Hello everyone, welcome to the Traders Club review for the 30th of March 2021. As usual, we're going to review all the posting that were made in the communicator. And without further ado, let's take a look at the communicator screen right now. So let me just get it out for you. Okay, so today we are going to talk about quite a few counters which we have highlighted and have started to move off. And I'd like to say a big congratulations to all. So very quickly, let's start off with Yen Lot highlighted on the 15th of March. Why do we talk about Yen Lot? Because as you can see, as mentioned clearly on the chart, we see higher lows looking for a what we call direction towards the upward movement and a potential breakout coming thereafter. So, so this is where we explain that there is a higher lows and positive breakout with projections at 1.32. Of course, projection at 1.32 is the one of the higher level, but ultimately we still need to look at the first target at 1.26. If we can break through, then we can look for the next target level. Now let's take a look at the chart right now. So what do we have? We have Yen Lot here. Let's out the chart for Yen Lot. So congratulations to all Yen Lot. If you have entered at 1.17, now Yen Lot has went up to 1.26, hitting our first target level. The projected level is 1.32, which also confluence with this resistance level. Okay, so if it can hit to 1.32 or 1.31 onwards, you can watch out for this resistance zone from 1.31 to 1.33. Okay, let's take a look at the other counter. We have Thomson Medical and ST Engineering. So we as I covered last week, that ST Engineering haven't really moved off as yet. So where do ST Engineering perform? And Thomson Medical, we have the, let's take a look at this chart here that I posted. We have the first target hit at 1.23. As I believe I explained last week as well. So we just like to take a look at where they are right now. So very quickly, let's look at ST Engineering. ST Engineering is moving towards the its resistance at 3.96. As mentioned previously, that it have the chance to do so because it held at the support level. As you can see, what I've drawn over here, this is the expectation if ST Engineering is able to break upwards, and now the candle as of now, it's not very positive as it kept up, but it started to trade lower. So today we need a higher closing, preferably about 3.93 to suggest more upward movement to test this resistance at 3.96, and then eventually a breakout will help this counter to move above $4 or 408 level. Then we have Thomson Medical. Thomson Medical, after hitting our target, and in fact exceeded our target, went to 1.25 high, start to consolidate at this range. Okay, so what we are expecting is another potential breakout. So if this counter can move up and test this level at 1.23 again, then we will have an ascending triangle, or we can call it this cup and handle formation. But I'll just like to call it ascending triangle to simplify everything. So we can have an ascending triangle, and then we have a potential upward movement going forward with the projected level. Let's do a slight projection over here. Okay. If we can break out, test 1.25 break out, the target level will be around 1.43. So let's bring it down a little bit for you. Okay, so Thomson Medical, watch out for further development. Now let's take a look at the other counters. We have ComfortDelGro and Keppel Corp. So we are looking at ComfortDelGro, where the entry is at 1.71, and projected target 1.79. And then we have Keppel Corp, where we are looking at 5.22. As I may have explained to you that the Keppel Corp last week actually hit the stop loss, but it actually closed back higher when you traded below 5.12. So this is where we tend to hold on to the position. So let's take a look at where they are right now. So we have take a look at Keppel Corp first. So there was a big whipsaw over here, as I mentioned last week. You can see that Keppel Corp actually went down, but it managed to hold resolutely at 5.12 level. So this is where there wasn't any action to be done. As expected, this counter actually went back to uptrend and broken out from its resistance today strongly and hit 5.40 as of before the lunch break. So what do we want to see next is this counter continue higher to cover the gaps over here, and of course a pullback like this to form higher low and then continue with upwards movement towards 5.76 level. Okay, so this is going to be a long haul, I hope, and with the renewable energy in play, we can see Sembcorp and Sembcorp Industry and Sembcorp Marine moving up. Of course, Keppel Corp has its chance to continue to go higher. Okay, then we have Comfort Delgro. Let's look at Comfort. So Comfort Delgro went above 171 and then started to move towards the 179 level. It hit the high of 176 before it started to decline a little bit. But overall, the chart is still okay. So there are some weakness over here. Maybe if you're not comfortable, you can consider protecting your position, set break even, or even take some small profit to enjoy the rest of the week. Okay, so if today we can see Comfort Delgro close back at 176, then we should be able to see more upside. So you can watch until towards the end of the day, then you decide. Ultimately, if we can hit 180, we should look out for a potential breakout coming. So the closing today for Comfort Delgro is very important. Okay, now let's take a look back to the communicator. What do we have next on the screen here? We have Jardine CNC and AEM. So AEM, let's take a look at the chart here. We have Jardine CNC hammer, confirmation needed. AEM, we saw the infancy of uptrend and then we expected it to go to a 418 level. And let's take a look at these two counter right now. So we have Jardine. As you can see, the hammer got its confirmation after we posted. It went up higher, and then it was very close to our profit target level. It's just a few cents away, and right now it has declined a little bit because of this long upper shadow created some uncertainty over there. So you can watch out for your position. Do set some break-even stop to protect your position. So now we have a support at 2230. So this 2230 becomes a very important one for this counter. Why? Because you can see uptrend sign with higher low, and then we need the stocks not to test 2230 going forward, because if it tests 2230, it will change its trend most of the time. So we want it to test 2350, breakout, then pull back again to form the next uptrend. So this is how probably I would like it to look at. So breakout, pull back a little bit, then breakout again, and continue higher. So hopefully it can do so. But until now, if we hold this position, you should be in the money. Then we have AEM. So congrats to you for those who went into AEM earlier, entering at about 390 plus. Now you are in the money. AEM went higher above 4.18, and it hit the high of 4.27 before starting to show some uncertainty with a long upper shadow. So this long upper shadow need to be negated, and it can only be negated by a white candle, and this white candle has to be something like that so that it can continue to move higher. So from the movement like this, I would think that there might be a white candle coming afterwards. Okay, so if not, it doesn't really look like an uptrend anymore. So we shall see where it is. So hopefully if today it closed at 4.24, it is a white candle, and then going forward, it has chance to go higher. So watch for the closing today. 4.24 is important. So of course, I'm recording this during market live. By the time when you receive this video, the market has closed. Probably you can check back to what I've said on the actual price action, so that you have a better reference. Now let's go back to the communicator again. Next we have Hong Kong Land. So Hong Kong Land, let's get the chart for everyone. Hong Kong Land. Hong Kong Land, it's at this 20-day MA support. Okay, so the indicator, let me just pull out for you. It's at the 20-day MA support when I highlighted it. And then we're expecting a white candle confirmation, and it managed to hold and rebound. So right now, there is some upward movement, but this candle doesn't look very friendly. Ultimately, the resistance that we want to look at is 5.22. So if this counter doesn't go there right away, have a slight pullback, is still okay, so long as it doesn't go back to test the low and then just rebound and then goes to 5.22, and that's fine. Okay, so today's closing is important. So if you can close 5.05, more convincing upward movement coming. But if not, closing lower, it may have a slight pullback. So for the next few days, just watch for how it pull back, maybe just a slight consolidation, forming a horizontal price channel, then before it start to break up. So watch out for the next course of action. And we have Food Empire and First Resources. As you can see, Food Empire over here, it has a downtrend line to break, and if it breaks above this downtrend line, it may continue to move higher. And then we have First Resources waiting for a breakout. So let's look at the chart for First Resources. The breakout with high volume is much needed for this counter to continue to move higher. So let's take a look at these two counters. So we have Food Empire. So Food Empire broke up its downtrend line over here, slowly moving up, edging higher, but haven't really hit our profit target. I think our profit target, in fact, it hit our profit target was 925, was a short-term goal. So it went to 925. So for those who have taken the profit, well, congrats to you for this short-term trade. For those who are holding for more, let's watch out for 925 to break. Okay, then we have First Resources. So First Resources, it doesn't have a very clean and strong breakout as yet. The resistance at 1.46 is still holding. So got to wait further as it consolidate rather. As you can observe here, the Bollinger Squeeze is forming. So waiting for the next clean breakout, then the trend may form up. So it could be a breakout, it could be a breakdown. As of now, I see that breaking up has higher chances because it is above its 20-day MA. If it breaks below its 20-day MA and traded to 135 around here, so 135, then the chances of breaking down is high. Okay, so let's see where First Resources is going to be. Then we have some more counters over here. We have So Hong Kong Land I mentioned before. So then we have Straits Trading. So Straits Trading is on the consolidation, waiting for a breakout. So let's see whether Straits Trading broken out already or not. Um, So as you can see from the chart over here, Straits Trading is still under Bollinger Squeeze, waiting for the breakout to happen. So there's no breakout. So continue to wait for a strong movement to come in with volume, and there might be a more upward movement coming. Let's take a look at the indicator here. Indicator doesn't show any strong sign that it may break up. So you got to watch further and wait further. Okay, let's go back to the communicator and let's take a look at the chart. So we have SIA and SETS over here. You can say that these two signal has been negated. Why? Because SIA has actually traded below. Okay, and for SETS has also continually moved lower. Okay, so these two signal has been indicated, but nevertheless, just take a look at the chart over here for SIA. So we have SIA, despite breaking down, it managed to hold and did not continue go down lower. So it managed to stays above its 20-day MA, and today looks encouraging with a slight rebound. So the consolidation continues. As I mentioned previously, you can see SIA tend to consolidate after the breakout. So consolidate. So consolidation is going on, waiting for the next breakout to happen. So continue to watch. The concern here that I have is that SIA, if it doesn't break out, the change of trend is on the card. Okay, why? Because you can see here, just clear the screen. There's a bearish divergence on the charts from stochastic and MACD histogram. So this is going to be crucial for SIA. If it doesn't break up, then it will be probably slipping further. Okay. Then SETS, what we have. SETS, despite failing on the first signal, it continue to show some optimism by holding at this support level. Of course, as you can see here, SETS is going to change its trend because we see same low, okay, and almost the same high. Of course, some may worry that, hey, is this going to be a double top? So if it's the double top, then it has to break down below 425, and therefore if it breaks down 425, this is where we usually set our stop loss to escape from this counter if we have a breakdown. But so far it is still trying to rebound, and let's see where it can rebound. So the most important thing for SETS is to retest resistance to mitigate and negate the topish signal. So this morning, I think I have actually mentioned about SETS because of this bullish Harami signal. So this Harami signal needs a right candle confirmation, which we haven't have it yet. So it's going to be very important for this counter to close at around 440, so that we have a better confirmation and then see more upside. Okay, let's go back to the communicator and see whether we have some more charts. So we have ST Engineering again, and then APAC. ST Engineering explained already. So APAC, we are looking for a potential breakout with this cup and handle formation. But as I unchecked earlier, APAC hasn't really moved today as it continue to be lightly traded. So let's take a look at APAC. So APAC is still very much in this cup and handle formation over here, and you haven't really tested this resistance here. So we need it to cross 49495 in order to go higher. So the projected target from the chart previously done was 5.6. So let's see whether APAC can break up. Next, let's go to the next chart. We have SGX and iFast. So SGX is potentially rebounding from this low. As you can see, SGX is moving on a sideways. So we are looking at a bounce off strategy to trade the swing. And we have iFast looking at testing resistance and to break up to go to the next resistance at 625. So let's take a look at the chart here. We have SGX. So SGX did rebound, but it's like struggling to move higher as you can see here. Every time open higher, close lower, open higher, close lower with black candle. So it is struggling right now, it's needing a convincing upward movement to test its resistance here. So its major resistance is about 1020, 1023 target. Overall, I would say that still okay despite all this struggle. The stock doesn't show any strong bearish sign as yet. Okay, so probably it's going to move like this before it really go up again. Okay, so this movement is going to repeat again over here. Okay, now let's take a look at iFast. So we have iFast moving and going towards this its resistance level at around 625, and it actually tested it. No, it went as high as 623 today. So currently it's trading at 616, 617. So if it can break out above this resistance, of course we may expect more upside. So, and also this breakout is going to be important because it's going to break this sideways trend, or rather break this sideways, and then start a new trend to go higher. Okay, so do watch out for iFast. Next, let's take a look at some more. So we have Lendlease and Singtel over here. So Lendlease forms an ascending triangle pending for a breakout, and then we have Singtel broken out from its resistance earlier, and we're expecting it to retest resistance at 250 and 252. Let's take a look at the chart here. So we have Lendlease. So Lendlease broken out from its resistance, but did not fly as yet. So no doubt the stocks chart still look okay. So it takes a lot of patience to see the price action to the price to move up. So got to have more patience. Yeah. So for those who enter, just continue to move on. Singtel, we see the breakout happen, and then we see Singtel going up. But again, you can see the struggle here is very similar to SGX as it open higher and close down lower. So it becomes very important for this counter to test its resistance 250 and 252 in order to continue to break into a new trend. So let's see where Singtel is going to be for the next few days. One thing to remind you is this week is a short week. We have a Good Friday, so it's until Thursday trading. And of course, do watch out for some profit taking on Thursday as the market go for a long weekend. Let's go back to this communicator. We have last but not least, Credit Bureau Asia that we highlighted. We see the higher low here, infancy of uptrend, breakout to continue the uptrend, and then hit the target at 147. Let's take a look at the chart and its performance. We have Credit Bureau Asia. So do we see a breakout? We haven't seen the breakout as yet, so we got to wait patiently for this counter to break out to continue the uptrend. So if it doesn't break out, it may, if it consolidate here, then go back and test this 1.36. Is going to be a stronger breakout because this is where it mastered its strength, reaccumulated its position, and then looking and aiming for higher price action. Okay, so continue to watch on and see whether this counter would eventually break out. So with this, thank you for viewing this video. As usual, before I end, just like to do a quick shout out to everybody. So for those who are actually interested to open an account with me, this is my information, just simply my name. Just go to limandtan.com.sg, open up an account via the online form, and just put my name, and then you'll become my client automatically. So from there, this is where we can discuss trades, looking at your objectives in trading, and then try to meet this target for you. So if you have any difficulty opening an account, you can actually contact me. My contact number is there. So with this, thank you. Have a good week ahead, and then have a good long weekend holiday. Thank you very much, and good day to you.